New York, a city once known as the land of dreams, success, and endless opportunities, is now caught in a crisis that worsens with each passing day. Thousands sleeping on sidewalks, hollow eyes filled with nothing but a glimmer of hope, and poverty spiraling out of control. Is New York really falling apart? Let's uncover the untold tragedy of this city. New York's glorious past and present crisis. New York City, the economic heart of the world, was once a place where millions came to try their luck. It was a city of dreams, drawing people in from all walks of life. Its streets once echoed with stories of ambition and progress. But today, this very city is facing one of its worst crises. While the skyline continues to shine with dazzling lights, thousands of homeless individuals struggle to survive under the open sky. Alarming increase in homelessness. According to statistics, the number of homeless individuals in New York is increasing daily. Shelters are full, and the condition of those living on the streets is deteriorating. While charities and government organizations are trying to help, a lack of resources and poor planning is making the problem even worse. Surviving the winter on the streets. During the harsh winter months, when temperatures drop below freezing, life becomes unbearable for the homeless. Some freeze to death, while others succumb to illnesses. Charities provide warm clothing and food, but is that enough? Every year, hundreds of people lose their lives to the brutal New York winter. Rising poverty rates. The cost of living in New York has skyrocketed. Rent, food, and daily expenses have become unaffordable for the average citizen. Wages have stagnated, pushing the middle class closer to the poverty line. Fewer job opportunities, more unemployment. Another major issue is unemployment. A shortage of jobs and limited work opportunities have forced countless individuals into homelessness. People who once worked in offices are now living on sidewalks. The housing and rent prices in New York have reached astronomical levels. Even a small apartment is out of reach for the common person. Those who once had stable homes are now struggling to keep a roof over their heads. Luxury apartments versus empty buildings. Ironically, thousands of luxury apartments in New York remain vacant because their rents are too high for anyone to afford. Meanwhile, thousands of people are forced to sleep on the streets. This contradiction highlights the severity of New York's crisis. Failure of government policies? Is the New York government doing enough to help the homeless? Some policies have been introduced, but their real impact is barely visible. Lack of funding, administrative issues, and ineffective strategies are worsening the situation. Government shelters for the homeless. There are government shelters for the homeless, but they are often overcrowded and in poor condition. Some homeless individuals prefer to stay on the streets rather than live in such shelters. What do New Yorkers say? Frustration is growing among residents. Some believe that New York has become a city only for the rich, making life nearly impossible for the average person. Although various programs have been introduced to help the homeless, their effectiveness remains questionable. The widening gap between the rich and poor. The gap between the wealthy and the poor in New York continues to grow. On one hand, there are those who live in million-dollar apartments, while on the other, there are those who beg on the streets for food. Is there any hope left? The big question is, can New York rise again? Can the government and social organizations find a solution to this crisis, or will the city forever remain trapped in this cycle of wealth and extreme poverty? The role of the community. Some charities and compassionate citizens are stepping up to help the homeless in New York. They provide food, clothing, and shelter. But is this enough? If the government also takes bold action, perhaps New York can be saved. This is not just New York's story. It is the story of every city where poverty and homelessness are silently spreading like a plague. What do you think is the solution to this crisis? Share your thoughts in the comments.